Sarah and Emily had been best friends since kindergarten. They shared everything: secrets, dreams, and even clothes. When Sarah met Mark, Emily was the first person she told. Emily was supportive from day one, always happy to hang out with them, offering advice, and being the perfect third wheel. Sarah and Mark eventually got married, and Emily was the maid of honor. Everything seemed perfect. But beneath the surface, things were slowly changing. Mark and Emily started spending more time together. It started innocently enough, Emily helping Mark with a project around the house, or the two of them grabbing coffee while Sarah was at work. Sarah didn't think much of it at first. She trusted them both completely. Then came the whispers. Sarah's other friends started noticing the way Mark looked at Emily, the way Emily laughed a little too hard at Mark's jokes. Sarah brushed it off. "They're just friends," she'd say, but a seed of doubt had been planted. The truth came out on Sarah's birthday. Mark said he had to work late, and Emily said she had a family emergency. Sarah, feeling lonely, decided to surprise Mark at his office. She walked in, and there he was, not working, but kissing Emily. The world seemed to tilt on its axis. Sarah didn't scream or yell. She simply turned around and walked out. The next few weeks were a blur of tears, accusations, and heartbreak. Mark confessed that he and Emily had developed feelings for each other. He said it just happened, that he didn't mean to hurt Sarah. Emily, devastated and ashamed, begged for forgiveness. Sarah couldn't forgive them, not yet. The betrayal cut deep, not just the loss of her husband, but the loss of her best friend. The two people she trusted most had shattered her world. Mark moved out, and Emily disappeared from Sarah's life. Sarah was left to pick up the pieces. She started therapy, reconnected with old friends, and focused on her career. Slowly, she began to heal. But the scars remained. She learned a painful lesson about trust and the complexities of human relationships. She wondered how she could have been so blind, so trusting. Years passed. Sarah built a good life for herself. She even started dating again. One day, she received a letter from Emily. Emily apologized again, saying she understood if Sarah could never forgive her. She explained she was married and living in another state, trying to rebuild her life too. Emily confessed that although she and Mark had tried to make a relationship work after the affair, they had ultimately failed and were no longer in contact. Sarah didn't know how to feel. Part of her wanted to lash out, to scream and accuse, but another part of her felt a strange sense of pity. She realized that Emily was also a victim of her choices, and that everyone involved had paid a price. Sarah never replied to the letter, and the issue about what happened to Mark was unresolved. He kind of disappeared. She didn't know if she would ever be able to forgive Emily completely, but she knew she needed to move on. However, another aspect remained undiscovered, and that was the question of who was truly at fault for the stealing of her husband. Or was it that the seed of a broken marriage was planted, which led the characters to betray? If you enjoyed this story and want to see more videos like this, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.